The case of the Golden State Killer is one of the most chilling and fascinating criminal investigations in American history. It spanned decades and showcased the evolution of forensic science and investigative techniques. The crimes. Between 1974 and 1986, a man nicknamed the Golden State Killer terrorized California. He was responsible for at least 13 murders, 50 rapes, and over 100 burglaries. His crimes were heinous and meticulously planned. He would stalk his victims, often couples, before breaking into their homes at night. He would tie up his victims, torment them, and commit his assaults, leaving behind a trail of terror. Initially, the crimes were attributed to separate perpetrators. The Visalia ransacker burglaries in the 1970s. The East Area rapist rapes in Northern California. The original Night Stalker murders in Southern California. Only later did investigators link these cases to a single offender. The breakthrough. For decades, the Golden State Killer eluded law enforcement. Traditional forensic methods failed to identify him, but the advent of DNA technology became a game changer. In 2018, investigators used DNA collected from crime scenes and uploaded it to a public genealogy database called GEDmatch. By building a family tree using distant relatives' DNA profiles, they identified Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer, as the prime suspect. The arrest. On April 24, 2018, DeAngelo, then 72 years old, was arrested at his home in Sacramento, California. He had lived an unassuming life, blending into society, which made his capture all the more shocking. The outcome. DeAngelo pleaded guilty in 2020 to avoid the death penalty. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. During the trial, he showed little emotion, but his victims and their families finally had the chance to confront him. Impact. The Golden State Killer case was significant for several reasons. 1. It demonstrated the power of genetic genealogy in solving cold cases. 2. It brought closure to countless victims and their families. 3. It highlighted the importance of perseverance in criminal investigations, even when cases seem unsolvable. This groundbreaking case inspired books, documentaries, and even a podcast hosted by Michelle McNamara, whose work, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, helped renew public interest in catching the killer.